Oh, no. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Rebels Capital, aka Negativity with Success. And yes, came with our first proper video, actually talking about the stock market, the crypto, the Forex market, everything that's happening that people are making money that you are sleeping on today. If you like the video, please click like, subscribe. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's go. So today's the 3rd of March 2026. As everyone knows that we have this war with Iran. There's a couple of things that has happened now. So with Iran's conflict, right? First of all, it has basically what's happening is it's basically lifted the crude oil to 80 barrels. And then secondly, on what's happening there in the stock market is what you call this guy, Sam Altman, the guy who created OpenAI, said that they should have not rushed into a Pentagon deal. So they got into a government deal. I'm not quite sure for how much. Let's just find out for a second. Yeah, man, they basically got a government deal. I don't think they'll ever be like a public company with them, because initially the plan was to make it as a public company. So yes, so here's the news actually. OpenAI has partnered with the US government to deploy AI models across federal agencies and the Department of Defense with safeguard against domestic surveillance and an autonomous weapon use. So with OpenAI, they reached a deal with the Pentagon to deploy its AI models in classified networks following the Trump's administration decision to blacklist rival AI, Anthropic, and the agreement includes ethical safeguard as a prohibition of domestic mass surveillance and ensuring human oversight for autonomous weapon systems. And then OpenAI retains control over the safety and deploy models via cloud infrastructure and assigns a clear personnel to oversee operations and comply with the US law and internal safety protocols. This contract allows the government to use OpenAI's model for lawful purposes while maintaining these red lines. So they're basically, just to sum it up, they're not trying to make the United States like China, where the whole country, not China to be safe, but like Beijing, where the whole country is being surveillance, where they know where you go, how you go about it, your bad friends, your good friends. Basically, yeah, man, that's what they're saying here. They're saying that this company, OpenAI, should be the only company to have that type of power that the government controls. That's basically the agreement with them, right? And then the second one is with XAI. XAI is making big things, bro. So they issued a buyback, right? Yield buyback for 3 billion ahead of the SpaceX deal, SpaceX IPO. That's a dope one, bro. So this is Elon Musk's company, right? I'm not sure what he does on this one. XAI. He's the owner and stuff, and he's been raising a lot of money doing that. So yeah, man, it's basically like a AI company as well. Yeah, man, he's the founder in 2023. So basically, these are flagship products are the generative AI chatbot, or the one Gecko, the one in X. So he basically came up with that one, and that model is very good, bro. If you try to use that AI, man, it's quite good. Very good, man. Very good, very precise. So far, he raised a lot of money doing this. So he's just trying to make SpaceX actually into a public company. So that's what he's been busy with now. That's why he's been so quiet throughout these late this year. So he's just basically saying he bought 3 billion in yield, yeah? High yield debt ahead of the SpaceX IPO. And the next one is Apple revealed the low cost iPhone 17e. What the fuck does that look like? iPhone E. I think everyone is tired. Not really tired, but like, aren't people tired of the same repetitive type of phones? So he created like an iPhone where everyone can buy, basically, just to summarize everything. Yeah. So the same chips, the same RAM memory. So same shit, bro. With advanced 3N technology from the usual, man. When they say they just upgraded the chip, it's the same shit, different year, bro. So yeah, man, that's what he's doing there. iPhone. But these ones should be smaller. They look smaller. But there's no difference. He's just basically increasing this technology NM. I don't know what the fuck that is about. And the chip, the CPU, is much faster. So it's gonna go from that 16 to basically 19. From what you call this? So basically from 17 to 19. That's all he's doing. That's all they're doing there with Tim Cook. Yeah, man, that's all they're doing there with the iPhone. So they're going to release those ones. And Berkshire slips after a Q4 earnings. So everyone knows this guy very well. This is Warren Buffett's company. Q4. He reported earnings or something like that. So everyone is selling the stock, his stock basically of the company. As you can see here, it's down 0.87% because of that news. Let's see what the earnings look like. This guy is the richest person, but who did it slow, if that makes sense. Yeah, man. He's the one of the richest guys, but who did it quite slow. So this one, it reported earnings on the 28th of February. That's when the bombing happened with the US and Iran. So this one, its EPS is 4.73 versus the estimates of 5.5. Revenue is at $100 billion, bro. Shit. $100 billion. The only companies that make that much is from sales, bro. Like your Nvidia, the people who make like chips and stuff for the AIs. That's the only time you get to see this type of fucking money. $100 billion, bro. God damn. And what is he doing with the money? Like, it's just sitting there, like, just sitting there. That's dope, bro. That's dope. That's weird, but dope. Let me just find out why people are selling this company. So the operating profit slides nearly 30% on insurance underwriting. Oh, okay. Okay, operating profit. Come on, bro. He must take money at some point, bro. This guy has $100 billion. $100 billion, bro. God damn. And then the next one is Blackstone hikes investors payout from 82 billion private credit fund. So that one is self-explanatory. And then IAC to sell care.com to a private equity in a firm, in a private equity firm, in a deal worth $320 billion. $300 billion. This is what like hedge funds are doing nowadays. They're just buying companies that they think they can turn around. They just buy them, turn them around, and make a couple of billions off them. That's what they're doing these days. These hedge funds. Hedge funds have a lot of money, by the way. They have like they should have like more than like $1 billion in general. And then the next one is CMS to block enrollment in Medicare drug plans. So that one, they're getting a block in terms of a drug they're trying to release there. And appeals denies Trump bid to halt legal fight over terrorist refunds. And then the other one is your South Korea stocks plunge, triggering a chip sell-off. So if you know, the Chinese index one is this one. Let's get into that one. So everything's like red. Like everyone's bleeding. So these are the Chinese ones right here. The Hang Seng is fucking down 1.12%. The DJ Shanghai negative 2.45%. China A50 is negative 14%. The Shenzhen component is negative 3.7%, and Shanghai is negative 1.43%. That is also down. That's quite down, bro. That is quite bad. Yeah, man. And also, if you look at the UK is also down as well as France. Where is it? France is down. Okay, so if you don't know the indexes, so now as you can see here, everything is red here, right? Here's a practical example of what's really, if you know we're in a very bad day, right? You get like your Dow Jones are down, S&P 500 is down, Nasdaq is down, a small cap is down. I don't know why that is down. Normally the small caps are normally up, but when you see the S&P 500 index go higher than 25, there's some sort of panic that happens practically. If it goes over 20, there's some sort of mischief happening, and if it gets to 25, then there was something might have just happened, like now with the bombing, and then now it's at 27, right? And then if it goes higher to like your 40 to 45, then you must know there was a recession. There's some sort of recession happening. So yeah, man, that's how you see like the basic 101 things in terms of like your indexes. And then your Germany index, your DAX is down negative 4%. And then UK is also down negative, let's see, 3.4% as well. Yeah, man, that's what's happening today. And then let's go to the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency as well are quite down, actually. The last time I looked. Let's see. Guys, again, cryptocurrency is not just Bitcoin. There's a lot of them, bro. Everyone thinks that when you say crypto, you think of like Bitcoin. It's not just Bitcoin, bro. There's a lot of them. There's Bitcoin, there's Ether, there's Ethereum, there's Binance, there's RXP, USDC, Solana, Tron. Tron is it's an interesting one. This one, it just released a IPO. So IPO meaning they just went public this year. And it's a dope one. Everyone likes, but they got here because of dodgy transactions. There was just a scandal in terms of them and a guru who's been doing some fraudulent things in Indonesia for years. So he's from Hong Kong or China, one of the two, and then he went to Indonesia because he was trying to he was running away because of they eventually caught up to him, ran away to Indonesia. And the funny part about it, the guy became one of the ministers in the government. That was fucking weird, bro. And then his company got found out by the FBI that he was doing illegal transactions in terms of Bitcoin and stuff. So his company, he was the only sole director, obviously, of that company, got found out, and then yeah, he was extradited back to his country. Yeah, man, some interesting stories in terms of cryptocurrencies, man. But yeah, man, so far this has been playing. Bitcoin has been playing between 67 and 64. That's where it's been this whole time. Nothing interesting there that has been happening with it. And then let's see here. And then if we move on to the currencies, with the currency one, it's been self-explanatory. The US dollar has been doing well. It's been up against other major currencies. Nothing interesting has been happening with it as well. Same old, same old. With the dollar, it's just that. Let's just see here. USD index. So yeah, man, everyone has been running away to the dollar for a safe haven. So every time there's a crisis or something, people are buying the dollar. So now, as you can see, it was at 80, 90, 97. Now it's at 99. It's up a percent, 1.1, 1.16%. Nothing interesting. The same old, like COVID, it was also the same thing. People were buying the US dollar. And nope, the US dollar is not going through a recession. The whole world is still buying US dollars, bro, in general. And then let's go to your heavy metals. Heavy metals are like your silver, gold. That's also down, bro. That's crazy. As you can see here, gold is down 4%. Copper is down 2%. Platinum is down 12%. Palladium is also down 9%. The only thing that's been going up is oil because of the bomb. The bomb that happened where they actually bombed one of the biggest oil explorations, if I might call it that, or drilling, whatever you might call it in mining terms. Yes, they bombed that one, so it cut the shortage supply. Natural gas is also up 4%. Heating oil is up 13%. And your nickel, your zinc, down. US corn, soybeans is up 0.24%. Sugar is up 0.14%. Here's another interesting one. Orange juice, bro. Orange juice is a very interesting sector, bro. It's been going up low key. It's up 5%. Very up. Live cattle is also down. Hog is down, like your ribs. Pork is down. Lumber, that's your wood. It's also down 0.5%. And then oats, it's up 1.9%. So that's basically like a run up, run down, or run up of what's going on today. Everyone is bleeding, man. There's more selling than buying today. There's more selling than buying. The selling, they're going low and low and low, even higher. As you can see here, let's see here, what else? So what's really happening with the other side? Let me just open up. Let me just open that up quick. Okay. So, with the other companies, like your small tech, this is where I go for small tech companies. Like your tiny, tiny companies that you haven't heard of before. Micro cap. They call small cap or slash micro cap companies. So, the first one that is up today is a company called Mobex Labs. It wins a significant production order for filter used in U.S. Navy Tomahawk missiles. So basically, they're selling weapons. So that went higher. I don't know who the fuck are they selling weapons to though. It's up 142%. Jesus. Mobex. Never heard of it. And by the way, you can't really know which company is gonna go higher by the day because of like there's 1,000 of these companies, bro. There's like millions and millions and millions. So you need to find a way of just like put them in a category and then like get like your spreadsheet or something like that, and then like you separate them just to know which one is which. Fuck, I can't find this nigga. Can't find him, bro. I'm just trying to find out who they sold the weapons to. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's a semiconductor company instead. Interesting. So it wins a significant production order for filters used in U.S. Navy. So it's a semiconductor company. Okay. They just got a contract. That's dope. Dope. And then another one is your oil company. It has a 15 million private placement of common stocks and refunded warrants at $5.50 per share. Okay, they just bought back. And then here's another well-spoken company called Trio. No. What is? Yes. This is the one. Yes, Trio Petroleum. Trio Petroleum is another company everyone speaks about, right? It's an oil and gas play between US and Israel strikes on Iran and Tehran's closure of the Straits and tightening global crude oil supply. This is another good company, man. Trio has been spoken about the whole week. And the other one is Davis Inc. to sell connectivity divisions, including Okla, to Acura for 1.2 billion in cash. So basically, they're just selling a division. So in this Dave Inc., they're selling a division, connectivity division, for 1.2 billion, and that is up 70%. Shit. Here's another good one. Aaron Resources. It's a retail buzz amplified yesterday. Deal moves among oil price spike, sparking pre-market surge. This is a good one. So this one was playing around 0.5. It's well spoken to in terms of like your Reddit and Wall Street bets. So people are talking about it right there in those group chats. And then the next one, it's another oil company. Oil, it's the same shit. Edisa, here's another one. Edisa Biotech. The CEO purchased a fueling 37.5% interest surge into their phase 3 trial momentum. Phase 3 trial momentum. Never heard of this company. And then you get your other ones really getting short squeezed. The TMDE, the extended pre-market surge. And then let's see here. Ideal Pharmaceutical agreed on a proposed exclusive European commercialization for the AD04 with potential milestone royalties up to $60 million. But it's down. It's down. Jesus Christ. AutoZone, that's up because of your earnings report. Yeah, man, that's what's happening so far. Everyone is bleeding, though. Look at this red, bro. The red on my right. Everyone is bleeding. So the thing is, people bought into stocks like before this war, before the bomb happened, bro. People didn't know about this bomb was gonna happen. Yeah, man, that's what's going on now. That's why you're seeing red everywhere. I'm trying to find out about this company. So, few sectors are very simple to understand. EDSA, like your pharmaceutical companies, right? With pharmaceutical companies, I'm sure a lot of people read about them during COVID that they have this procedure where they have to follow before a lot of things happen. Like they get investors. As soon as they get investors, right, they start these companies like this one right here, biotech. Then they come up with ideas, right? Then they write it on a board. After writing this idea on a board, and then they do a trial on animals, right? To be specific, a mouse to be specific. They inject whatever they injected, and then they send their results to a company called the FDA. That's like your regulator for every pharmaceutical company in the world. So if the FDA does not approve, right, doesn't approve by the third trial, it means that your drug is not going to be sold anywhere. So whatever you just did to that animal is not valid. It's invalid, basically. So here, what's going on here with this company, to be specific, is that they currently went through the first trial. That was with the study, right? The second trial was with the animals, right? The animals who reacted, they got a good reaction. So now they're on phase 3 trial on their drug, basically. So that's what's happening with them. Let me just give me a second. Let me see. So yeah, man, that's what's happening with these guys. Fuck. Yes, normally that's what happens with these. So this Edisa biotech surged 77% on Tuesday after the company reported additional data from a phase 3 study, right, showing statistical significance reduction in mortality across a broader patient population. The results encompasses 278 patients, including 104 reported patients requiring invasions and mechanical ventilation, and 147 non-IVM patients